So we were just reminiscing about when we first got together because Ron heard some music.
Yeah.
Some music that reminded
Country
him.
music.
Some country music that reminded him of when we first got together. And I was thinking, maybe we could tell you guys a little bit about that. How old we were when we got together, and like maybe talk about why it took each of us so long to find each other and get together. Because we were kind of older when we got married, and there are probably some good reasons for that. Why didn't we fall in love with somebody else earlier and get married earlier? Right? Because I think I've seen some comments from people that are like, oh, you could fall in love with anybody. There's lots of different matches for you. I don't know about that. I was 33. I was 33 when we started dating. And how old were you, honey?
So I'm 7 years older, so I'm about 33. So I'm about 40.
So you were 40. So he was 40 when we got together, and I was 33. And we dated for 2 years before we got married. I was 35 when I got married, and he's 42. So that means, and then we had our first child 2 years later. So I was 37 when I had my first child, and you were 44. Crazy, right? Like we were so old when we got started. Well, sometimes I wonder, like, because I've seen pictures of you like in high school and stuff, honey, and you were cute. He was good looking, you guys. He is still good looking, but very, very good looking always, right? So
thanks for thinking of me.
yeah. So I'm like, how did he not get together like with somebody like earlier, like fall in love, get married? And you know what I came up with, honey? The unibrow. This guy. this guy had such a unibrow, you guys. Like, and if you don't know what that is, it means you have one eyebrow that goes all the way across. There's not two eyebrows. There's one. He had one eyebrow, and his eyebrows are the bushiest things you've ever seen.
Samurai brow.
We call it the samurai brow because it's so, like, if you've ever seen those old samurai movies, I think they do it on purpose. Their eyebrows are amazingly long and wild. So I think the Filipino unibrow is what saved my marriage. This is why he wasn't covered in women trying to get like him to date. I don't know. Maybe he was. I don't know. But I never dated in high school,
college, when I was in the military.
He didn't date in high school or college
or
the military when he's in the military. And let me tell you, like, this guy in uniform, like, really. So it was the unibrow, dude. So when tell us when the unibrow was removed.
Well, my cousin, she kind of gave me a hint, you know, actually in a fun way about the brows.
So sweet.
And so she taught me how to pluck the inside, the middle part.
His wonderful cousin taught him how to pluck this middle part.
I started plucking it. Like,
and so
I didn't care. Like, okay, I'll give it a try. Like, now it's like a habit now.
Now he just plucks the middle, and it's essential to, guys. It's essential to pluck the middle. If you have one eyebrow that goes all the way across, and you're trying to find a lady, or whatever you're into.
Unless a lady likes the unibrow.
Maybe the lady or whatever you're into likes the one brow, but that's doubtful.
The Bert brow.
Like Bert and Ernie?
Bert and Ernie.
Is it Bert?
Bert.
Bert has a unibrow. I gotta look that up now. That's awesome. Oh, honey.
So,
the Filipino unibrow saved my marriage, and you know what? Two of my children have the Filipino unibrow. I don't know, is that a Filipino thing, or is it just your family? I don't know. But two of my children have it, and let me tell you, one of them is a girl.
What's the name of that historical figure? Frida? No, I gotta look it up.
Frida Kahlo. Frida Kahlo is known for the unibrow.
Magdalena Carmen Frida Kahlo y Calderon.
She's a charming woman with a unibrow.
Mexican painter. She's a Mexican painter known for many portraits, self-portraits, and works inspired
She's
nature.
a famous painter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mexican painter.
Cool. Okay, so unibrows are not all bad, but sometimes they might repel. A unibrow might repel
There's also like a
so that you don't get as many dates.
basketball player with a thick unibrow. I can't remember his name now. I'm not really I'm not into sports, but I see him on TV like, dang, that's a unibrow.
I am thankful because I don't know. I mean, maybe I wouldn't have if you had the unibrow like fully like filled in. I don't know. I might have like been like. Things. See, everything had to line up just right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No.
Because Bert and Ernie are not that attractive. Bert with a unibrow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, honey, we're so cute. But it saved him for me.
Mm-hmm.
So, mwah. I love you. So sweet. Yeah, I'm so thankful, you guys. Is there anything that, if you could go back in time, is there anything that you would tell your younger self about parenthood? Like, for example, what would you, is there any like advice you would give your younger self about parenthood?
I don't know. Never had to think about that. But oh, wait a second. No, torta and talon. There's more
Do
torta
I need
and
to
talon.
flip it?
Yeah, 1 second.
Okay.
We gotta.
We're cooking. We're cooking. We're talking. Thanks for joining us today, you guys. We finally got the kids to bed, and now it's our time to do our thing. Ah, no!
Sticking in the.
It's gonna be a mess. Gotta get the brownness. Let me just ask the question again. The question was, if you could go back in time, honey, and tell your younger self anything, like advice, anything that you've learned so far about parenthood, or even like some of the challenges to expect.
I was gonna say, start early. Go get Amber.
Oh.
Because she's the one.
No.
It is a little challenging as an older parent. The energy. I used to have tons of energy, but as I grew up, as I grew older, you know, you kind of taper down, and the kids took all the energy from me.
What's your favorite part of parenthood? What's your favorite thing about being a daddy?
Well, they reflect who you are. You know,
Oh yeah.
and each one has their own personality that you kind of relate to. Like all of them. My dad's definitely a Filipino trait.
Yeah. Nice.
That was me when I was a kid.
I know. There's so much about these kids that's so different for me because, like, I came from a very like quiet family, and these kids are like they're the furthest thing you can get from quiet.
But
Yeah.
they're sweet at the same time. They're just high energy. You're seeing each kid grow and develop, and developing their own personalities, and seeing them change or evolve their characters. It's amazing to see that. And this was the only regret I have is that I'm at work most of the time, so I don't get to see a lot of that. But
I know. I feel bad. I
but
feel bad because you miss so much.
that's the thing, you know. It's part of life, but you gotta do what you gotta do, and then you just gotta spend as much time with them, and you know. But yeah, they're a hoot.
Oh yeah.
It's hard at the same time, but it's also like I don't want to say rewarding again, but it is. You know, it's it's fun.
It's fun to see them growing and changing and learning from you. Yeah.
What about you?
Okay, so if I could go back in time and tell my younger self what parenthood is really like, I would say, girlfriend, enjoy going to the movies without little kids. Like, we don't go to the movies at all, but enjoy it. Like, appreciate the fact that you're able to do that, and enjoy using the bathroom by yourself without another person in there. For real. Like, appreciate that, because when you have little kids, that is over. You don't get privacy. You don't get to sleep in. That is not happening anymore. So.
Yeah, basically, sleeping in is another thing. Like, sometimes when on the weekends when they sleep in with the kids, they'll wake up early. It's like, oh my gosh.
They'll get up like extra early on the weekend just to like mess with you, I think. They're like, how much can you tolerate today? I'm gonna get up at like 6 o'clock. Woo! I'm like, I'm so sweet. When they just hug you and they say, "Mommy, I love you so much."
Yeah.
It's like magic.
Last
it makes
week,
it all worth it.
Last week at work, I had this thought, like, oh man, one day Austin's gonna grow up and he's gonna, each one of them.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
And like, I just had that thought, like, oh my gosh, I just had to absorb that, while working.
Yeah.
Man, I wish I could just like be with him all day. Like last quarantine time, 2020, that was fun because we were all at home most of the time and played a lot in the backyard. So that was great. But we had a lot of fun. Wish we had done more videos and kind of got on YouTube back then, but
timing wasn't right. I guess
the timing wasn't right. Just like when we met at our age, I think there's a reason for it. It's God's timing. I think. It's I was actually engaged before I met Amber. But I'm kind of glad that didn't work out.
I'm glad it didn't work out.
So I was actually engaged to a Filipina, but that didn't work out. And then 2011, New Year's Eve, I kind of made my thing to myself, like a pact with myself, like I was going to focus on music, photography, and video, and things are just going to come. And that's 2011 New Year's Eve. Now it's just like with my buddies taking pictures of the Space Needle fireworks. And 6 months later,
6 months later we got together.
Didn't realize, I was gonna have my own fireworks with Amber watching the fireworks. So it's kind of not ironic, but it was, it's
destiny.
Destiny,
right? Destiny.
So yeah, I made a thing to myself. I'm not even gonna look for a relationship or anything. I'm just gonna focus on my projects, my music video and projects and photography, and just gonna go for that. And like, I'm kind of done with relationship, and at least I expected it. And Amber was here. Like
I know. I think sometimes when you stop trying so hard, then things, and you just kind of, you're like, what's gonna happen? Will happen. I think that things just kind of fall into place for you.
I just opened up my heart. That's it. And whatever it is, I didn't close any doors. I just let it open and just open to new things. So as much as I didn't want to, like, it's just like, it's the funny thing is, once we got together, all the hurt and pain that you've experienced in the past, like, kind of just erased immediately. Like, I was like, dang, that was kind of interesting.
He's gonna check on the tortong talong to make sure it's not burning.
I think we can turn it off.
Can you flip it one more time? Just to make sure it's brown on both sides, like nicely browned. I like it brown. I like me some brown. Tortong talong.
When you go brown, you won't frown.
When you go brown, you won't frown, guys. It's so true. Okay, so anything else you wanted to... Any other questions? Do you think...
Well, ask us any question. We'll make a video of it and stuff.
Yeah. If you guys want, if you have like a question that comes to mind, and you're like, hey, I wonder about this, please comment and let us know, and we will make a fun video about it. Yeah. So I just want to say, you guys, we are 1 subscriber away from 5,000 subscribers, and I want to say thank you so much for cheers.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much for watching our videos and enjoying them enough to subscribe, because this is so much fun for us. Like, it's therapeutic for me. I just really love making videos and doing the editing and adding the music and all the stuff.
And she's like surpassed me, because like YouTube was my thing back then.
Well, you're working all the time.
And now I'm working.
So he's working on a video right now. He's a little bit more of a perfectionist than I am, so it's going to take him a little bit longer. That's all.
And you can distinguish which one's made by hers or which one's made by me, because hers is more polished than mine.
You're good.
But she's definitely like way up there now, like as far as editing and stuff. Like
it's fun. It's so fun.
It's a lot of fun.
I like learning different ways to do it.
And that's what I used to do before we got together. I was producing stuff on YouTube, a sketch comedy and music and stuff, and so that's what I was doing before. That's what I was going to concentrate on.
I know.
My YouTube projects and the music and stuff, but now she's doing it, so it's awesome.
Yeah, so my dream is that we can make an income from this, and it's so much fun. Why not try? And if you guys like watching our videos, I'll keep making more videos, and let me know what you want to see. If you have questions, I'd be happy to put together another video about it.
Yeah.
If Ron could work less and we could make more videos, that would be awesome. I want him to be home with his family and around us more, and okay, thanks you guys. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye, love. Until next time.
Until next time.
Magandang gabi po.
What he said.